Nobody is born intelligent or stupid, but as you age, you develop a growth attitude that enables you to learn new abilities, comprehend how things work, and make connections. You learn something new every day. However, the challenges that only smart people face come along with your newly gained intelligence. In this video, we got 10 problems that only smart people have. Tick off the list and see how many you got. Hello and welcome to Luxsio. Before we begin, make sure you click that subscribe button and hit that notification bell so you won't miss out on more of our incredible videos. Number 1. You may struggle to connect with others. Smart people would rather hit themselves in the face than participate in yet another uninteresting discourse. You just can't handle small talk and you become annoyed working with people who can't perform at your level. You're not particularly good at working in a team, which is an issue in many ways. Well, for one thing, there are fewer people for you to relate to, and two, there are appropriate times and places for boring conversations. Number 2. You worry about appearing foolish. If you are truly stupid, there is nothing that can harm you. But if you're smart, you're aware that you could be foolish and that makes you nervous. That may cause you to continuously doubt yourself and overthink seemingly easy situations. Have you considered every possibility and looked at all the angles? Number 3. Letting go of control. Most people are happy to let others do the labor, but if you're smart, it's incredibly upsetting to witness someone else mistreating your effort. It's almost infuriating to see someone else enter the scene and not carry out the tasks the way you have learned how to execute them after putting in the time and effort to become proficient. You would rather put in more hours at work than give up control of your work. Nobody can meet your expectations. Number 4. When to be ignorant. Nowadays, ignorance is generally regarded as a negative trait. Everyone in the world is ignorant, if by ignorance you mean being a jerk in the literal meaning of the word because you can't know everything about everything. However, if you're intelligent, you face a different issue. When to be ignorant must be chosen. You know, never in history have there been as many things happening at once as there are right now. And on top of that, you can use a smartphone in your pocket to view it in real time. You'd think that having more options to choose from and more choices would result in brain overload. This is also referred to as the choice paradox. You end up not choosing anything since there are so many options available to you. Being selectively ignorant is necessary if you're intelligent. You must possess the authority to assert that you are not required to know about something. Seth Godin, who determined he doesn't need to know what people think of his works, is a real-world example of this. He genuinely quit reading reviews and felt much better as a result. Many business people believe they do not need to be aware of what is on the television. They will ultimately receive the knowledge if it is something crucial they need to know. Number 5. Managing our desire for instant gratification. Instant gratification is one of the most dangerous addictions you can have, and if you're clever, you know this. You won't be able to accomplish anything noteworthy because of it. Most people are powerless to resist themselves and get caught in a cycle of instant gratification. They'll happily skip from one movie to the next, one story to the next, and one scroll to the next. But if you're smart, you know that these actions injure you even though they make you feel good. You occasionally need some immediate fulfillment to give you a lift. But the issue is how you handle it. When playing the instant gratification game, you must exercise extreme caution. A little can inspire you, but a little more will destroy your morning. People who aren't very smart don't truly comprehend how immediate gratification works and don't mind repeatedly falling into the same traps. Number 6. Once you understand something, you lose interest in it. When you have to perform boring activities, intelligence feels like a curse. Simply put, you weren't made for it. You're done once you've figured anything out. You no longer desire to perform it. For some people, receiving compensation for performing mindless repetitive duties that don't involve any mental effort sounds like their ideal job. But if you're smart, maybe not so much. You hate having to perform tasks that don't test you or at least involve some mental effort. You almost feel it offensive to be expected to do something like that. However, the truth is that some activities in life will always be monotonous and repetitive. There is simply no other option. This may also occur in your personal connections. Sometimes you lose interest in a relationship once you've made it work, and if you don't observe it, your intelligence will quickly turn into arrogance. Number 7. Extreme confidence. If you are confident in your intelligence, it is simple to become overconfident. You frequently omit lessons and skim through the foundational material in favor of getting right down to business. You discard the IKEA instructions because, for a knowledgeable person like yourself, assembling a desk can't possibly be that difficult. If you're smart, you can usually figure out how most things operate, but you often assume that everything operates in the same manner. Even if they don't, you'll still figure it out eventually, but sooner or later, you'll realize that you've skipped crucial foundational information that could have saved you a ton of time. You tend to believe that being smart will fix all of your issues. Instead of just relying on solutions that don't conform to your worldview, you attempt to overthink the situation. Number 8. High standards. If you're intelligent, you know how things operate. You can put everything together, get the complete picture, and predict a particular result. However, the issue is that you anticipate that from everyone consistently. You have high hopes for everything because you figure that if it goes well in your thoughts, it must also go well in reality. Number 9. How to challenge yourself. In terms of creativity, we see two different types of people in the world, both creators and customers. And if you're intelligent, you'll always feel the desire to produce something new. You'll also need to challenge yourself regularly to feel like you're improving, a matter that is unimportant to the majority of people. But if you're wise, you won't be able to stand by and do nothing as time passes by. You're always looking for new ways to use your creativity because you feel empty without it. Number 10. How to deal with ego. Being conscious of your ego and managing it calls for emotional intelligence that most people simply lack. They allowed their ego to rule their entire existence. They believe that they are better than everyone. They continually contrast themselves with others and will stop at nothing to appear attractive. However, your ego prevents you from changing, making amends, or gaining new insights. It wants you to live in the security of your cozy bubble where you can never be incorrect. Some people claim that egotism acts as a painkiller to mask the pain of stupidity. One of the most difficult conflicts a clever person has to fight is their ego. You have to be okay with losing because you're competing against yourself. And to end this video, here's a helpful reminder. Smart people have no issues investing in themselves. They will constantly strive to become better people, constantly developing their most valuable resource, their minds. So, have you ticked off more than half from this list? I think it's high time you work on them. Share your thoughts in the comments below. As always, thank you for supporting us. If you enjoy seeing videos like this, make sure you give us a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel for more inspiring and valuable content. We'll see you in the next video.